is the WPL C24 16th scale 4-wheel drive radio-controlled truck in action. This radio-controlled truck comes equipped with working headlights. My teen daughter assisted me by taking this video. When I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma bone cancer, I underwent stem cell therapy and had to live in my room, quarantined for several months while my immune system was rebuilding. During this time, I had a lot of free time on my hands and turned to kit building that I could do from my computer desk. I decided to build the C24 16th scale 4-wheel drive radio-controlled truck kit made by WPL and sold on Amazon. My wife got me these RC or radio-controlled car tools and fasteners in order to encourage my newfound hobby. Even though I ordered this kit on Amazon, it was fulfilled by a third-party company and shipped from China. This box looked like it had quite a trek. All parts of this radio-controlled truck kit look to be intact, despite the poor condition of the box. Looks like this box is used for several different WPL radio-controlled truck models. Notice that the C24K in red is selected. This kit currently retails for $54.99 on Amazon. Unfortunately, you will also need to purchase a radio-controlled transmitter from Amazon, including the receiver, battery charger, and wiring harnesses, adding another $25.44 to the total cost, as it is not included with the C24 radio-controlled truck kit. You can also purchase the C24 radio-controlled truck in RTR or Ready to Run from Amazon. This includes an already assembled radio-controlled truck with transmitter, installed receiver, and battery. It is actually $12 cheaper to purchase it assembled, but what would be the fun in that? WPL RC, the manufacturer of this kit, is a Chinese company with offices and manufacturing in Guangdong. The guy in the center of this picture is Edward, who runs the WPL RC online store, which is not directly owned by WPL Manufacturing. To the left and right is Mr. Huang and Mr. Jack, founders of WPL RC Manufacturing. I will include the WPL RC online store website in the description of this post. WPL RC radio-controlled vehicles are highly customizable with both stock and aftermarket upgrades available on Amazon. Assembly. WPL RC provides a paper copy of easy-to-follow pictorial instructions to assemble this kit. In addition, an electronic copy can be downloaded from the WPL RC online store. A link to the electronic copy will be included in the description of this post. You will spend a lot of time driving screws to assemble this kit. I recommend purchasing a screwdriver with a comfortable rubberized grip, such as the Stanley Quick Change Interchangeable Screwdriver. The Amazon referral link for the screwdriver will be included in the description of this post. All the assembly magic occurred at my computer work desk when I was quarantined in my room after my stem cell transplant, as my immune system was rebuilding. My wife rearranged the room for easy accessibility as I was having mobility issues. She even set up cute accents like this shelf with a Lost in Space chariot model and sock monkeys. I used a box top to hold the assembled components. This allows me to quickly start work on this kit and as quickly set it aside when needed. Step 1 is to install the shocks to the track frames with the provided screws. The steering shell, gearbox shell, and crossbeam are fastened with screws and used to hold the track frames together. The steering servo, then the driving system, and the grille is then installed. Time to work on the axles. This is a 4-wheel drive radio-controlled truck. Both axles are active. I applied Labelle 106 plastic-friendly PTFE grease to the gears during assembly. Here are the completed axles. The connecting steering and pull rods were then installed on the axles. The axles are then installed to the frame. The steering servo is then connected to the steering and pull rods. Time to install the receiver printed circuit board. Here are the labeled connections to the XX-162R receiver printed circuit board. The receiver printed circuit board is mounted over the steering servo in the steering shell. This is a good time to install the battery to make sure the radio-controlled truck chassis works. You must move the power switch to the on position in order to test. Once paired, use the radio-controlled transmitter to test forward, reverse, left, and right directions. If the radio-controlled truck chassis works as expected, you can install the steering cover. Here is the completed chassis with the rims and tires installed. Time to assemble the cab. I installed the windows, seats, instrument panel, and steering wheel inside the cab. I then installed the snorkel, windshield wipers, door handles, and rear view mirrors on the outside of the cab. The cab was then mounted to the chassis. Then the truck bed was installed onto the chassis. The battery cover was installed in the truck bed. Then the battery was installed. It actually sits under the driver and passenger seats. Windows were then installed in the white truck cab, then it was installed on top of the truck bed. Here are pictures of the front, side, and back of the WPL C24 radio-controlled truck. Radio-controlled transmitter pairing. Modern radio-controlled transmitters used for radio-controlled vehicles all share the same basic features, with higher-priced ones having additional features. The wheel control steering. Turning it clockwise makes a radio-controlled vehicle turn right, while counterclockwise makes it turn left. The trigger controls forward and reverse motion. Pulling the trigger causes the radio-controlled vehicle to move forward, while pushing the trigger makes it go in reverse. The top of the radio-controlled transmitter typically has controls like a power switch, a power indicator light, and steering trim to correct for the tendency of the remote-controlled vehicle to drift to the left or right when attempting to go straight. The antennas on modern radio-controlled transmitters are short, as at 2.4 GHz they operate on the ultra-high frequency band. The higher the frequency, the shorter the required antenna. Pairing is the process of establishing a link between the radio-controlled transmitter and the receiver in the radio-controlled truck. 2 AA batteries must be installed in the radio-controlled transmitter before pairing. Then the battery cover on the radio-controlled transmitter is reinstalled. The power switch just behind the front grille is moved to the on position. The radio-controlled truck's headlights will blink when not paired to a radio-controlled transmitter. The headlights will shine steadily when pairing to the radio-controlled transmitter is complete. Both the radio-controlled truck and radio-controlled transmitter must be on for pairing to take place. The power light on the radio-controlled transmitter will glow steadily when pairing occurs. What's nice about the pairing process is it allows several radio-controlled vehicles to share the same frequency band without interference. Once the radio-controlled transmitter is paired to the radio-controlled truck, you are ready to go. Here is Coco, our Chiweenie, playing with a radio-controlled truck. A Chiweenie is a mixture of Chihuahua and Dachshund dog breeds. Conclusion. Thank you for watching this how-to video on building the WPL C24 16-scale 4-wheel drive radio-controlled truck kit. This was a great little kit to work on while my immune system was rebuilding after my stem cell transplant. Please like this post and subscribe to Rust Belt Vintage Toy Repair so that you're alerted to my future posts.